All right, y'all. This is another episode of Oh Charlie Please, where it's faith first, shade second, a little bit of common sense somewhere in between. And if you are subscribed to my YouTube, then baby, you are looking at my face right now. Okay, let's give it up. Let's give it up. Yes. Okay. Um, Thank y'all so much for rocking with the show. Continue to stay with it. If it's your first time here, welcome. Hello. Come in. Sit down. Nice to have you. If you are a returning listener or viewer now, y'all know the vibes. Y'all know we gonna get into it. These episodes are never that long because Big Mama ain't got that much time. Auntie do be tired. But I do want to let you know if you are still listening, if you have not converted over to the YouTube, which is Try to Please on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel or you can continue to listen the way you've been listening. And I am on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, Audible, and Overcast. I am everywhere that has a streaming platform for podcasts. Okay. I'm really excited about being on Audible. I guess because I'm a book girl and I listen to audiobooks. They kind of get me in my bag a little bit, y'all. Because it's like, baby, when you get to listen to the audiobook, come on over here to the podcast. You already here, you might as well stay here, okay? Again, I just want to thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Um, how I want to start this episode off. Well, is my mic right? Yes. Um, Today I want to talk about it's all mental. And what I mean by that is a lot of us are diagnosed or should be diagnosed for some of our behaviors and our actions when we react to things, when we get overstimulated, when we're overwhelmed. um we are all suffering from something, right? Whether it's PTSD, depression, anxiety, if you're neurospicy, ADHD, autism, we all have something we're working through mentally. And there was a situation that happened. A person, got called to the carpet. A lot of things was happening, and me and I'll say someone who I respect in this space, we had a conversation about it, and it was like, well, we should check on this person in mental well being, and they may have acted out like that because of mental health issues. And I told him I really couldn't agree with that. I could not do that. Now, let me say this before y'all be like, oh, Charlie, that's wrong. You are looking or listening to a person who has been clinically diagnosed. I mean, I went to the doctor and got diagnosed. I didn't just go to the Googles and find none of this. Depression and anxiety, right? Then you add the neurospicy stuff, the neurodivergency of ADHD and autism. Again, clinically diagnosed. And some days it is hard to do life. Some days it is hard to people. But all days, I try my best to treat people right and to do right by them. Sorry. So I asked this person, I said, when does it come to a point to where we gotta hold people accountable for their actions, no matter what their mental state is? Because in my mind, and I could be wrong, I'm no mental health expert. In my mind, if you're actively going out your way to be nasty, to sow seeds of discord, to lie, to manipulate, to steal, to me, that's not all mental. I feel like some of that is a choice. You made a choice, you made a decision to behave in this manner. So why should we now give you the pass of mental health? Either is the cause for that behavior, or we have to worry about the effects of mental health when somebody calls you to the carpet and tells you, hey, this is not okay. And we just end up disagreeing. It wasn't even an agree to disagree type situation because, again, we all know that mental health comes with different levels. Some people simply cannot help themselves, right? And I understand it. Some people, they move and act in such a way to where they cannot help themselves. But what about, yeah, that's somebody else. What about the individuals that just deliberately go out their way to do stuff? Let me put my headphones. Cause baby, I don't want my episode to be messed up. Cause Big Mama ain't doing all the editing. So yeah, we have to think about the individuals that go out of their way to just be nasty, to just be rude. Um, and I give a lot of it a pass because some of it is unhealed trauma, some of it is issues that haven't been worked out, some of it is hurt. Some people have the mindset that I was bullied by the mean girls, and now I have essentially become the mean girl. Um, some of us, a lot of us have unhealed little girls in us, and a lot of it presents, especially when it's come time to being accountable. But I say all that to say this: you cannot behave in such a way that excuses that behavior. You cannot behave in such a way to where you are causing people to lose friendships, business deals, to where you are destroying people's self-esteem and their credibility. You have the potential to ruin their reputations. I'm sorry, that's not mental health. That's you making a decision. Sorry. I can't give you a pass on it, especially when you've done it in various circles amongst various people. How is this okay? We can say the same thing that, the stuff that R. Kelly and Diddy was doing. Okay, was mental health? Probably, but they still did it. And now they're in jail. I'm sorry, prison. They're in prison. So I want us to be realistic. I'm not saying two things can't be true at the same time. It absolutely can be. There can be two things true at the same time. Can you be struggling with mental health and you act out or you act in such a way that's not favorable? Yes. However, we still have to hold you accountable. Now, there are some people who, again, they can't help themselves, right? They need caretakers, they need people to look after them, they need people to check on them. But for those of us who are able to go through life and go to school and get jobs and have to be checked on regularly by therapists and get regulated through medication, we make choices to be good people. We make choices to be bad people. At the end of the day, it's a choice. It's a choice. Now, when I'm feeling away or things ain't going right or I feel like everybody getting on my nerves, what I will do, I will shut down and I will get to myself and be by myself until I gotta come up out of that thing. And I will tell friends and family, hey, let me step away from whatever this is that's bothering me before I do or say something I can't come back from. That's always a choice too. But I just don't see how you can go out of your way to be so nasty and cruel to people. And then people say, oh, they doing that. We need to check on them. Their mental health is at stake. No, you did that shit. You did that. And unfortunately, consequences have actions. You're going to eventually have to answer to the people that you wronged. Or not. Or not. You can just go through life and not do it. That's always an option. But it's just one of those things. It really is just one of those things. So I just want to touch on that and just let people see like you can't. I don't know, because I don't want to sound like I'm being insensitive. But at the end of the day, we are put on this earth to be good people and to be good stewards of each other. And if we're not doing that, or if you're incapable of doing that, we gotta figure out another way for you. Or we can choose not to deal with you, right? Because that's always an option too. I'm just saying, I would say, especially in the Black community, it is a beauty. It is a blessing, and it is beautiful that we are now taking mental health so serious. I got diagnosed with anxiety and prescribed medications in my when I had just turned 20. Yeah, I had just turned 20. And it was such a stigma then that I hid it from people. Like I never got the medicine. I never went back to therapy because it was just so taboo. Now being almost 40, it's like I feel like some people wear it with a badge of honor. Like they telling people they on the Lexapro and the Wellbutrin, and this shit get rough and it get hard, and it's something I do not play with. I know what those dark days of depression feel like. I know what it feels like to be so anxiety filled that you can't even get out your bed because you're nervous about everything and nothing at the same time. Okay. I know what it feels like to have ADHD where you're having memory lapses and you can't think straight and you're bouncing off the walls, or your tism jumping out because you don't like certain sounds, you don't like certain textures, certain people's voices get on your nerves. I've been there. I get it. But at the end of the day, I have to pull my shit together, and I have to know how to talk to people and how to treat people and know how to be in a community with people. And if in a community, know how to take up space and share space with people. And if I can't do that, if I'm not capable of that, I need to remove myself. It's just what it is. I'm just saying. Um, I will say this. Over the course of the internet in this book space, some things happen. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Don't go looking for it. We ain't got to talk about it. I'm only touching on it because I I have decided going forward, Threads is only gonna be a place for me to kiki. I'm not doing deep thoughts over there. I'm not trying to build connection over there. I'm not trying to, correct anybody's wrong on that platform. I'm simply coming on there to laugh. That's it. That's just what it is. Threads is just one of them places is it can either work out really well for you or it can go really bad for you. And I just don't like what the space is becoming on Threads. I have said and done some things on Threads I'm not proud of. And I had to take a step back and reevaluate myself. And I didn't like what I had done. But it's one of the things like I've done it now. I can't take it back. It just is what it is. But I don't like it. I don't like it one now and every bit. I don't like it. So I'm only my motto now, I'm gonna be there for a good time and not a long one. I see you when I see you. When I don't, I don't. Just is what it is. Um, Speaking of Threads, I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and we were talking about reader spaces. This came up again. We always talking about, oh, this is a reader space, this is a reader space. And she brought up Threads. And I said, no, Threads is not a reader space. Thread is a public social media platform. That is what Thread is for. It is for people to jump on social media publicly and interact with each other. Readers cannot capitalize off of that. Are there more readers and authors in that space? Yes. But we can't take, no, I'm not, no. And this is coming from a reader. And she was like, well, explain it. I said, here's the thing. If readers have carved out a space for them in a group message, Discord, group me, text message thread, IG channel, I don't know. If that is clearly designated on social media as a group for readers or creators and an author infiltrates that, that is a reader space to me. To me. Now, if we just also happen to be on Threads and it's a bunch of readers and one author and they key to look too long, that ain't a reader space to me. But no, no. Because here's the thing, we're all in this space and we make up an ecosystem. Whether you're an author, whether you're a narrator, an editor, a creator, an influencer, an agent, literary agent, we share that space together. We're over there together. Now, if you do not want authors following you or engaging with you, then you have the right. You have the right to mute, block, unfollow, whatever it is you got to do to get your timeline back peaceful. I'm here for it. I understand it. But again, that is not a designated reader space. That is not fair. We cannot monopolize as reader Threads. No. Do we all be over there having a good time and being chummy wummy with each other? Of course. Absolutely. Absolutely. But no. And we can't tell, oh, the authors need to get off Threads. You get off Threads. You get off. And that way you ain't got to see nobody. So I just thought I'd bring that up again. Y'all can let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. And define what a reader space is or what an author space is and how it should be cultivated, curated, and kept and maintained. Please tell me, because I would really like to know y'all thoughts on that. Speaking of Threads again, oh God, Threads is where all this bullshit go down. So I didn't see the beginning of the conversation, but I did hear by way of that They are calling someone called Kennedy Ryan and Tia Williams token black authors. I beg your finest fucking pardon. What you mean token black authors? Like, again, I didn't do a deep dive into it. I saw it and I saw the people that were having a conversation, but I don't like that. When you call someone token, it means they're gonna to me in my eyes, it's like I'm gonna always be available. I'm gonna always be ready because I'm your token black Negro. So when you say to an author, you're a token black author, like what? What? Um, so yeah, saw that, and of course, the person who said it was dragged from here to goddamn Haiti and then back to hell because you get mad in your chest because your wife don't want to. That's neither here nor there. But yeah, that's one of them things. I didn't like that. I saw it. I didn't comment on it because again, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. The other thing, shout out to so if y'all don't know, I moved. I moved. If you look behind, if you're on YouTube, you see that this motherfucker empty because I'm still getting my house together. So I was encouraged by my friends to create a Amazon wish list, and they were like, "Hey, Charlie, you should do it." Da, da, da. I'm like, "I don't want like no begging ass bitch. I don't want to like I'm a poor." You know, they was like, "No, go ahead and do it. Put it out there. Put the link on a social media platform and let people bless you." So y'all, me being me, I was like, this the one time I'm not gonna be hard headed. I'm gonna go ahead and make it do what it do. I'm gonna make it shake. Y'all, for 2 weeks, I have been getting some boxes or a box to my house every single day. And that is the one thing I will say I love about this community. When they show up, they show up. Well, when we show up, we show up. I'm sorry, I had to make sure my mic was on. um, I remember when her name is Randy. She's a part of this community. She got on Threads and said that she she threw a birthday party for her daughter. Nice size party, and nobody attended. And her baby was sad, her baby was distraught, and Randy was messed up too. And I remember somebody asking, like, does she have a wish list? Or da, 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 da? If so, drop it on the timeline. Randy dropped on the timeline. When I tell you a day or two later, she came back on that timeline, boohoo crying, saying, y'all really made my baby feel special. She's still opening up gifts, all the things, right? And that's the side of this community that I really, really do love. And I got so emotional coming home and just looking at this stuff because again, I'm used to being the giver. I'm very used to being a giver. So when you're on the receiving side of that, I don't care if you sent me something that was $5, 50, I don't care. You have contributed to my household and saved me $1 or $2. And I'm so grateful for y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all showed up for me in ways I never knew was imaginable. And that's the part of this book community that I do love. That's the part of it that I do love so much. So again, thank y'all so much for contributing to a broke bitch fund. No, I'm just playing. um. Oh, I made a comment that red velvet cake tastes like pink sponge rollers, and the girls lost they shit. Let me be the first to say I'm not taking it back. I'm simply not taking it back. I'm not going to change my mind about it. It's nasty. It really is quite nasty. I don't like it. Whatever. So everybody was going in. They were like, "Oh, Charlie, this is too far. Why would you say that? It's the best cake ever." And I'm like, "No, it's not. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I don't like German chocolate cake either. Like I feel like it looks like throw up. No, absolutely not. And I have a cousin that actually loves German chocolate cake. And that's one cake in the house we never had to worry about eating up from him because we didn't like it. So red velvet cake is the devil's dessert, and it deserves to be in the pits of hell with him. That's just what that is. I'm not arguing with y'all, argue with your mama. And if you want to follow me, great, because I think you're part of a social experiment anyway to be eating that fucking red velvet cake. That's just me. All right. Ooh, I'm already at 20 minutes. Y'all know these episodes ain't even long, child. Oh, y'all, Jesse Jackson has went from labor to reward as of yesterday. And baby, I want no more good. I ain't gonna hold you. I wasn't no more good. They didn't carry it on just some glory. He died during Black History Month. And I don't like that. Like, Jesse, I get that. Jesse was what, 82, 83, 84? I don't know. But Jesse's supposed to be right here fighting a good fight. But in all seriousness, if you do not know who Jesse Jackson is, if you're not familiar with his story, please get on your Google, get on your Zoom, get on something. This man was very iconic to the civil rights movement. He was legendary. He was him. And I really like the fact that he's going to be celebrated in such a way that he deserves. Like, Jesse Jackson is just, he's a national Black hero. And I legit called out on yesterday because I said, baby, I'm not going to work. I'm in bereavement. Okay. And when they tell us when the funeral is, I'm yep. Might be right up in there. Come on in this room. So again, rest in peace, Jesse. We love you. We thank you. We miss you. And you were very intricate to our upbringing as young Black Americans in this country. So thank you so much. Gotta give Jesse a round of applause because he deserves. So yeah. Last thing. America's Next Top Model reality check. Now, let me say this. I knew top models with the shit back in the Gap. They never seemed like they were genuine in their approach to really try to help these girls, because one instance was, I remember that season when Danielle was on there and she was the girl with the Gap. And they legit told her that she needed to close her gap to be more suitable for modeling gigs and stuff like that. And she closed her gap and they said, oh, you just like a regular girl. They played in that lady face. They played in Danielle's face so bad. It was horrible. The other thing I did not like what they did was they played with Takara. Now, I'm from the South. I'm from Memphis. And when you built like Takara, when you ain't got no stomach and you got ass, titty, and hip, that's considered thick. And women today are paying for a body like that. Okay? I didn't like that they always tried to make her seem like she was just so much bigger than what she was. At best, Takara may be a 10, 12, 14 on a good day. But the woman is fine as hell and then never gave fat ass bitch. Y'all really played in her face because they was like, oh, you can be a plus size model. Okay. Now there are some people like Eva Marcel who is singing Tyra's high praises, saying that she changed her life, and life is this and this, that, and that, all the things. And what I want Eva and anyone like her to know is that your experience cannot discount what other people went through. Just because it didn't happen to you does not mean it wasn't happening. So we really have to lay off this rhetoric of, oh, not me, not me, not me. I can't see that happening, not me. Be thankful it wasn't you. Okay? So I'm gonna go. Y'all, I do not want to download Netflix and get these people my money, but it's a few shows on there that I got to check out. I keep hearing everybody talk about, and I'm trying to be in that number. So yeah. Oh, we're at 25 minutes. Y'all, baby, y'all know I gotta get in and out. As always, I want to thank you all so much for listening to another episode of Oh Charlie Please. Remember, you can listen to me on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Amazon, YouTube, Audible, and Overcast. Wherever they are streaming the platform, you can listen to me on there. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to leave a comment. Be sure to high five me and give me virtual hugs because I appreciate interacting with y'all on the social media platform that y'all are listening on. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. It is Charlie, please. Please, because then you get to see the mug is sitting. If you're looking at YouTube, you get to see my face. And see that I really sat here for 25 goddamn minutes and talk to myself. Now y'all can see what I be doing when I be on that damn microphone. Okay. No, but seriously, subscribe to the YouTube, follow me on the socials. I want y'all to take care of yourselves, love on each other, be good to each other, and be better for one another. All right, y'all. I'm out.